My ex-wife asked to be my +1 to our son's wedding because he didn't invite her. After her affair, my kids have completely distanced themselves from her. My son is 22, and my daughter is 18. 6 years ago, my daughter caught my wife with another man. She told her brother, who understood what she had witnessed. Then they both came and told me. I verified that it was true, and I divorced my wife. During the divorce hearing, both of them expressed a desire to stay with me, so I was given primary custody, with her getting 1 week a month. She moved in with the other guy. I have done my best to cut my ex out of my life. Our communication is limited to the bare minimum needed to coordinate custody and shared expenses. I have never talked about our relationship to my kids. Initially, after the divorce, she told me that our kids were giving her hell when it was her custody and that I needed to talk to them. I sat them down and asked if it was true, and they said they didn't want to stay there. But I explained that it would be best for everyone if they remained civil until they turned 18, so we wouldn't have to go back to court. I didn't get complaints after that, so it seemed to be working. When my son turned 18, he moved back in with me full-time and started college. He graduated now and is getting married in a few months. My daughter turned 18 last summer and moved back in with me full-time too. My ex-wife called me today and started crying, saying that she was not invited to my son's wedding. Then she told me that my son hasn't talked to her in over a year. He had still been dropping in after turning 18 to visit his sister sometimes, but eventually stopped doing that too. Likewise, apparently my daughter stopped talking to her after turning 18 as well. Then my ex-wife asked if I would bring her as my +1 so she could see her son getting married. But I told her if my son didn't invite her, it wasn't my place to bring her. She started accusing me of turning them against her and threatening to take me to court. But I told her that there was no more custody agreement to take to court since both of them are over 18, and I hung up. I sat down with both of them later and asked if they had cut contact with their mother. They both admitted it. I explained to them that they did not need to do that for my sake, and I still recognize she's their mother. But they both said they had talked about it a lot, and their plan was always to hold out until they were 18. They said they had no desire to be around her or the other guy because she had destroyed our family. I told them that they are adults, and if that's their decision, I won't pressure them to change it. I was telling my sister what happened, and to my surprise, she said my son wasn't being fair and I should make him invite his mother to the wedding. Am I the ASHLA for refusing the attempt? Now follow us for more stories.